Hello, welcome to ZenAF Podcast. This is Alex, Skuby, and Wayne Hanna. You can find us
Hey,
at zenafpod.com. Hey, what's up, man? Pod.com, Gmail. We have an email, zenafpod@gmail.com. Find us on all the fucking platforms and stuff. Okay, Wayne, I
well,
want to
it's
get right
not
into
Zen.
this.
Just today, it's the AF podcast. We're
Yeah,
dropping Zen. There's no Zen today. It's just AF.
yes.
But you're still gonna laugh at some point. We just don't know when.
Yeah, yeah. Today, the date today that we're recording is June 24th. I am here in America, and the year is 2022, although you would not know that by what the Supreme Court just did. They ruled in favor of overturning Roe v. Wade. They basically took away women's rights to choose. Now, it does go to the states. They can say yes or no, but the red states in this country have already hopped on the bandwagon. And here's something interesting about this disgusting cunt of a thing that they just did. They literally, over the last week, we've seen a couple gun things happen in New York where basically open carry now, and now with the women's rights, and I hear they are going after the LGBTQ community for marriage and health care between two couples that are gay. They are going, and now they are also going after birth control. So they say no more abortions, and now we're going after birth control. This is like living in the fucking Twilight Zone. It is one of the most hideous acts I personally have ever seen in this country right now. And now you're in Canada. How do you feel about that? Just hearing about it, and you're in a different country. How do you? Well, I mean, what does it do, right? I mean, it's got to flip normal, average, no, let's not say average, let's say emotionally intelligent people have got to be really concerned, right?
It's scary.
Yeah, it is.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary that somebody's far right, would it be right,
Hmm.
opinion.
Yeah, it was a 6-3 ruling. Five conservative judges ruled for it, of course.
So
Yeah.
so it's disturbing that somebody's opinion on such a sacred process, for like, literally. And if you listen to our podcast and you are of the mindset that this is somewhat normal, you're going to delete us after this. Humans don't happen. There is no such thing as a human without a woman, a female. Like, these humans that we have talked over and pushed under and treated like garbage for thousands of years, these humans are the only reason you have breath. That
That's
is
the fucking
it.
truth, man. That's straight
And
up.
you are taking away the most sacred, and sometimes the only thing that will keep somebody alive, because you realize when you take the right for somebody to terminate their pregnancy due to the circumstances that they're pregnant, or the circumstances in their life where they wouldn't be able to raise a proper, or to be a good mother. And yes, I know there's adoption. I'm adopted, and I'm thankful that I found a good home. But there are millions of children, excuse me, bouncing from foster care to foster care to foster care to foster care to foster care because nobody can adopt them because they're too much trouble because their mother that you didn't let make the own decision to terminate the pregnancy was high on methamphetamine and brought that child into the world. She's not the devil. She's sick. She'll get better when she chooses to. But now you brought in a child that has neuro deficits that people aren't going to want to adopt. Do you see what happens when you try to make a decision for another human being? Do you see what happens when you take away somebody's fundamental right as a human being, not to mention the only fucking human being that keeps this happening?
We are in such a horrible place right now, Wayne, and that was very well said. We have, okay, so right now in America, it is looking like guns have more rights than women. And I am not being extreme here. I'm telling you, this is what's going on in this
Well, that
country.
is exactly what's going on in your country.
It's fucking I woke up this morning, right? I wake up, I was feeling a little weird anyway because last night we had a show and it was just a weird show. Wake up, feeling a little bad taste in my mouth, pick up my phone, and the first thing I see in my news feed is this. And I immediately started I was like, I can't breathe. Oh my God, it's hard to breathe. And then of course I'm going on the internet just looking and saying, is this real? Did this really just happen? And yeah, it fucking happened. And so now that I hear that this is what it is, right? This is what it is now. And the states now will individually make their own rules and they will either agree or disagree. And I can tell you right now, any state colored red is going for this. They're doing it.
So what does that, like, I don't understand. I know what red states mean, but like
Yeah.
Texas, red
Texas.
state.
Mhm.
Um
Missouri, right when it was announced,
so like
Missouri, right on it.
that basically where it's made up of a bunch of Bible thumping fucktwits that
Mhm. Yeah.
that
Guns and
that
Bible and
that
guns.
that live in the South, the South.
Oh, it's everywhere, man. It's not just the South. You would know, typically you'd be like, oh, the South. No, it's everywhere, man.
Oh man.
Red states are sprinkled all over the fucking
Well,
place, man.
listen, I don't know our prime minister, and I guess a bunch of people don't like him because he's handsome or something. I have no idea, but
Yeah.
I don't know our prime minister personally. But
Mhm.
if you are sick and tired, you know what? I'm gonna put some light to this. Can I put some light to this?
I just have to say one more thing.
Yeah, and then I'm
Here's
gonna
an
make light to
interesting
this.
Okay. Here's an interesting statement from a rep from Missouri, Republican rep, a red rep, said today after this was announced and after Missouri went full bore with it, banned abortion. He said that, and I'm freeballing this quote, but he said that I don't care what was in the bill. I'm just happy we got to piss off the Democrats. That's what he said in so many words.
Wow.
I'm just so he didn't care what was in the bill. He just was happy that the liberals were upset. This is it's fucking insane. We live in the fucking Twilight Zone. I'm disgusted. I'm fucking disgusted with this fucking country right now. I'm disgusted. Go ahead, make light. What were you going to say?
Do you wake up every morning going, "Fuck me, I'm still an American"? Do
Yeah,
you wish
recently.
that it would be winter more than 2 months of the year? Well, I'll tell you what, if you're interested now, any American that hates the way their country is being run, you have a free pass to Canada. You can enjoy mountains and oceans just like the American ones, except without racism. You can have things like dining experiences where you don't care what gender or sexual orientation your server is because you just want to be around good people. Canada, where we truly don't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck, man? So when you
Okay.
say stuff like that, if I was to sit down with my daughter, that's
Mhm.
when you were saying that stuff at the
Yeah.
beginning, and I think about this as a dad because I love
Mhm.
being a
I
dad.
have a daughter.
and you have
Yeah,
a daughter and you have nieces, but like
yeah,
as a dad, we take a lot of pride in letting our daughters know how powerful they are. And if you're a dad that tells your daughter that she's less than a man, you're a piece of shit. But
mhm,
I pick my daughter up on a pedestal. My girlfriend is a very successful and educated and smart human being that should be running organizations. Your wife is one of the funniest human beings, smartest human beings on the planet, and I know this stuff is very important to her and you guys. But
oh, yeah,
as dads to daughters, man,
mhm.
how do you look your daughter in the eye and say, "Hey, honey, just so you know, some blown out half twit fucking nightmare of a human being just made a decision that you can't make any choices for you." Like, what the fuck?
It's no, it's crazy. So my daughter is 22, and,
Mhm.
I texted her this morning this news, and she had texted me back. She said, "I'm literally, like, in tears. This is horrifying." And then we talked about, okay, the fact that they're going after contraception, which, by the way, I mean, this is just you can't write this shit, right? I mean, you can't.
Do you guys not sell like, do you guys have plan B there that you can go into a pharmacy the next day and just get,
Yeah, they have
the
morning after pills or
morning
whatever they're
after
called.
pill?
But,
Like,
it doesn't matter because what's going on now is they're looking at contraception and saying, "It's overused. We're abusing that. We need to stop using." But you just banned abortions
do you
on a
not
federal
see
level.
Do you not see what is happening? Do you not see why this is can I say something
Yeah,
for
go
just
for it. What do you think? Give me your
so
opinion.
I listen, I'm gonna put this disclaimer out. I found out what a liberal and a conservative and a Republican and all that stuff was about 8 months ago because I'm not interested in politics. I'm not interested in the Bible. I'm not interested in church and state at all. Like I could care less. But
Yeah,
I'm now that I'm getting more open to what is actually happening in this world. I'm starting to care.
yeah.
Anyways, it is 100% your government trying to start a baby boom.
And a civil war.
They that yeah, but a baby boom, and it's because they're threatened from other cultures moving. They think that there's too many non-white people in the United States of America. I guarantee it.
It's
And
fucking disgusting.
what they want to do, well, if we ban abortion and ban contraception, then more white people will have babies. And I hope that I'm wrong, but I don't. I can't see. I can't see it. I can't see people going, "Oh, shh, hey Don, have you read page 1293 in the Old Testament yet? It is we left it. They had their own like we they could say no. They don't have to. No. 1293 says, "Thou shalt not with the wed of a baby," and it also says another man can't suck another man off. That says that in the small print. We need to
Listen,
change
listen,
it. Let's
listen,
get.
listen. No, dude. Yo, here's my
Did I
thing
just
on.
black out?
No, that was great though. I love everything you do, but here's something interesting to me. The Bible to me, and I'm going to say this, and I know
Say
that
it.
we may lose fucking listeners. I don't give a
Bye
fuck.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. See
Bye
ya.
bye.
The
Okay.
Bible to me
Don't go.
is a book that is basically a book about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, and someone named Jesus, right? I mean,
Yeah.
because the truth is, there was Jesus, so to speak, quote unquote, back in the Egyptian days,
Sure.
thousands of years before
Right.
the one that we talk. Oh, and by the way, when you tell a white Bible beating fucker that Jesus was not white, right? Jesus wasn't white, right?
He was
Their
a
whole
ginger.
face.
Jesus was a ginger.
I think he was Middle Eastern, but here's
Oh,
the thing: in the book, he's got to be Middle Eastern, right? Because that's where the fucking book was kind of written. So here's the thing: their face literally starts to melt. You could see them like a mini stroke, and they're like, "Don't tell me that. It's not true." Like it's so fucked up. Our
I
world is
know.
fucked.
So, it It is, and I understand that people have faith, and listen, we're not I'm not, and Alex is not, we're not coming down on you for your faith if your
Mm-mm.
faith is for you, but you have to understand one thing when it comes to religion. Um, to me, I have my view is that it is a book just like Star Wars was a movie, you know, and
Mhm.
and there are people in this world that are Star Wars fanatics that treat Star Wars like the Bible, and Luke Skywalker's their god. That's the
Yes.
stories have been told for, yes, for thousands and thousands and thousands of years.
Let's
All
think
I'm
about
saying
this. Go ahead.
all I'm
Finish it.
saying is that I've stood over a mass grave of 5,000 people, and they were all slaughtered, and this was in Bosnia. They were
Yeah.
all slaughtered because of their religion.
Oh, yeah.
Because their religion never fit another religion. I don't want us to go, and we don't do this often, but today on the AF podcast, we're there, and there are things that need to be said, and we're going to listen to all of them, because when Alex and Wayne speak,
You listen.
you fuck that's science.
That is science. I wanna say something. So I put
I
out
want
a
to say
TikTok.
something.
I put out a TikTok, and, I just said, to the 6 conservative judges, I was wrong when I said that. It was actually 5, but 6 voted yay for this fucking horrible law. But so I put this post out on TikTok, and not all, a lot of comments were like, "Fucking yeah, these people are disgusting. This is horrible." But there was a few sprinkled in there like, "Oh, yeah, well, guess what? God is good. Trump 2024. Here come the whiners." And I'm thinking to myself, if this guy was standing in front of me, right in front of me, and said that in my face, I'd probably get violent. And I'm not even fucking kidding because that's where my head is. Like, I feel like I'm having a meltdown, dude. And so I just wrote back, like, I sent you it. I wrote back something to the effect of, "Oh, and here's another fucking fuck whistle on my fucking comment feed. Hi, fuck whistle." Because I don't know how the only thing left for me to say is, I wanna meet you privately, and first I wanna ask you, is this real? Do you really feel this way? And if you say yes, I just wanna fucking, I don't know, rip your throat out and pull your skin off your face. That's how I'm feeling right now. That's how I'm feeling right now. And a civil war, not that I fucking want that. No one wants that. Well, actually, I'm wrong. Some fucking far right fucking cunts do want it. I don't. I like my pool. I like the sun. I like to fucking I'm the fucking actor. I like to laugh. But this shit right now is beyond. It's fucking beyond, dude. It's beyond.
Yeah, because one, you're an empathetic human being, and you have always, the women in your life and women in general, you protect, because that's how you were raised. You were raised, and you protected your mother, and because your dad wasn't a big part of it. You protect your daughter, you protect
Mhm.
Maureen, like you are a protector, but you are also a very empathetic person, and you know what this does to those people that you protect. So there is zero opportunity for you to be able to sit there and let this roll off your back as if
Oh, you
it's just
can't.
another. You can't, because you're a protector, and this is, and you have a voice, and you have you have a place to use your voice, so you should be heard, and you
Yeah.
shouldn't apologize. You shouldn't feel bad for your views or how you feel. You should feel proud of yourself, and you should spend the day going, no, you know what? I am going to be fucking pissed off, and I am going to be fucking hurt, and I am going to be heartbroken, because these fucking people are taking away the rights of the people that are important to me.
You're
And
absolutely 100% abso-fucking-lutely correct, man. You're absolutely correct. And I'm not one to hide my feelings. I can't. I never have been good at it. And
no.
if I'm upset or pissed off, my face shows it. I could walk into a room and people will be like, "Oh God, he's not in a good mood," or "Oh my God, he's really happy. Oh, look at him." But so You're right, man. It's just I just can't. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know why this country is the way it is now. And I think it started way before fucking scumbag Trump was in office. I just feel like we're collapsing
I
and the
think we
world
are
fucking knows it.
I think it is history repeating itself at a rapid speed because of the ability to put things out there. And
Mhm,
I'll say it like this. At the end of the First World War, right? The 1914 or 19 they had the Spanish flu, which lasted from 1914 to 18, I believe, or 16 to 18, I think 14 to 18. So 4 years. Our pandemic lasted 2 years. After the Spanish flu, they went into the roaring 20s for a bit because they all came out of it. But at the same time, Hitler was starting to do his things, which went into the 30s, or which then we had the Great Depression in the
mhm,
30s. Then we had the Second World War because of, what Hitler
mhm,
wanted, an Aryan world. And then after the 40s, we had the baby boom. And then,
mhm,
things sorted itself out from there. There's a Cuban Missile Crisis here and a war here and a war there, but we are just out of a pandemic, 2 years, which makes sense because we have technology behind us, we have science behind us, and we have things that we didn't have 100 years ago to help us get through it. We had the
mhm,
opportunity for the roaring 20s, which I've said on this podcast and I've said in a lot of my social media posts, time and time again. We had an opportunity for the roaring 20s. We had an opportunity to come out of this pandemic like we went into it, united and as one, and as a human race that just wanted to be kinder, better, and happier. Anyways, to make a long story short, history is repeating itself, and we are on the brink of a world war. We're on the brink of a bunch of civil wars. We're on the brink of a recession, and we're on the brink of a depression. And it's scary, and it's sad, and it's the first time in my life that I've sat back and gone, "What the fuck is happening?" So we don't feel what you guys are doing to yourself down there, but we see it, and our hearts as Canadians it's really sad to see. It truly is.
I just wanna say that, like, I am not a conspiracy theorist. I don't buy into that stuff. I'm not someone out there, like, just ranting and raving. I haven't made a political post on the interwebs in a long while, but the last couple days I have been because I knew what was coming. I knew what was in the queue for the fucking Supreme Court. I knew what was coming, and I don't want to be that again. I
I
did
don't
that for fucking years, and I don't want to be it again. But it's like you don't. It's like if you have a heart and you want good, not evil, right? If you believe in evil, I don't know what people fucking believe in, but I'm using that term loosely. Evil. If you believe in good and women's rights to choose, and just humans' rights in general, if you love humanity, then you cannot be for what just happened. You can't. It doesn't work that way. And you can't tell me you are because you're fucking not. And that's where I'm at, man. That's it.